merenguera, mueve la cintura, salsa rock, muéveme, muéveme, cumbia rock, all night long, latino.
Hola amigos and welcome back. We're here with Roger Scott Budge and he's been telling us all about his experiences with filmmaking, directing, and everything that has to do with the film industry, right? Tell us a little bit more. You were telling us before we went to commercials on how you got involved with all that and how you got started. You went to college, you went to film work, you had a minor in Spanish, in Spanish. And so let's start with that.
Yes, out of college at Sam Houston State University, I got a degree in radio, television, film with a Spanish minor, as I said. And out of college, I got involved on this independent feature film, and we did something kind of crazy that we shot on Betacam SP, which is one of the old formats, big heavy camera. And we looked the film to it was an independent feature, kind of a thinking man's horror film, if you will. And it kind of started from that, and then a friend of mine, he graduated right behind me at Sam Houston. He says, man, I'm working on this music video. Do you want to come co-produce, or do you want to shoot the behind the scenes? And the name of the group is the Ghetto Boys, and the song was Mind Playing Tricks on Me. And I said, wow, this sounds interesting. Can I do both? So we shot the behind the scenes, and Jay Prince and the crew, all those guys, it was amazing to interview these guys and watch how they had developed in their lives and their careers. And from there, I went on to direct a music video and co-produce a music video for Pimp C and Bun B of UGK's from the Shaka Khan sample, Tell Me Something Good, in '92 in Dallas, in Deep Ellum. We shot there. And it was amazing to see those guys. They were so young and so vibrant, and Bun is just an amazing guy, and he's still alive in the game today and doing his thing. And through that, and that was the early 90s, then up into about 90, well, I can't forget, I have to go back to a local artist, Satin Smooth. They were in the top 5 at 5 back in the box in the day. They had a song called Same Thing, which was about getting out of the game of the hustle and of drugs and get out of that. And they had a song called Mama Never Told Me, and that was my directorial debut on Yo MTV Raps.
Oh, cool.
For that music video.
MTV Raps.
Yeah.
What was Mama Never Told Me about?
It was really about young men who, the fathers are not in their lives. There's a void. And I never had a daddy, Mama never told me. And so it's that struggle and that fight.
Right. And you do see that a lot in the Latin community.
Yeah.
A lot of times the dad is absent, right?
Or even in any community, in any race, as we say, hay de todo en cada raza.
Oh, sí, claro
or
que sí.
Raza, como decimos en España.
I'd like to ask you, you said how they want to, they rapped about how, Mama never told me about the daddy.
Yeah.
As far as a directorial point of view, how do you put that together? How do you show that on screen?
Well, you do that because the artist brings that. Like I say, it takes two to tango. You can be an incredible director or as a cinematographer make incredible composition, but it takes two to tango. If the artist is amazing along with that, then boom, it goes through the roof. And that's what they did is they displayed the angst, their anger of not having that father figure there. Really? And then as they go through life and their mother's teaching them, and in Christianity or however they're brought up in
well, like anything else, if you can relate to it, it really adds that hump, that spark to what you're doing, especially when you can relate to it, right?
Right. So I've been very blessed in a multicultural setting within African Americans, within the Latino race, within, about every culture. And what happened in '96 was I produced a music video for an artist named Elida Iavante.
Know her.
Atrévete. Atrévete was the song of the day. That was her coming out song. Atrévete, tomarme en tus brazos, mímame, hazme pedazos. It was an amazing song. Con permiso, porque me pegó el acento raro de España. So with the theta, it's C-I-C-E and Z, But
I always do the sound when you say that.
Yeah, but during our break, you were talking about Selena, and the most incredible experience was working with Elida. We were at that big thing they have in San Antonio every year, and Selena was on stage, and I asked Elida, I goes, what is Selena to you? And she says, she's everything. Wow. So imagine a few years hence from that point, she passed. And so, I'm so blessed, porque me quedo tan impresionado with, that whole, I'm just so blessed to have come to Texas, still be able to use my Spanish and work with that. And lo and behold, in recent years, I taught Spanish in high school.
Right.
And that was a blessing to, again, to keep up with the Spanish. And
it's become such a demand because we're everywhere now.
That's it, absolutely.
Beware.
Ojo, cuidado.
Ojo. Ahí estamos donde quiera, donde volteas. A la derecha, a la izquierda, ahí estamos.
Because, a lot of job applications ask you if you're bilingual. That's a big plus. And it's a salary raise as well if you're bilingual. So, we need to teach our kids también hablar español. Because a lot of us don't do that because we don't speak a lot of Spanish in our home.
And I love when the mothers and fathers continue with speaking Spanish in the home, and they can take ambos and make a carrera out of it. And that is so Spanglish, isn't it?
Yeah. But sometimes we do have our second thoughts about that because you don't know if you're confusing them, if it's going to confuse them while they're in school. And that's a struggle that I've been going through personally with my kiddo.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but when we get together at our house and it's the kids and all my family, we play a lot of Tejano music. We get down and we start, playing Elida, Maz, all of the, so they've kind of, they understand it. And they do.
Yeah, even
so
though you don't
speak
directly to them.
So I think it's important that we do that. I mean, I keep it very alive in my house.
Yeah,
I'm kind of guilty of not speaking Spanish to my daughter because she speaks, English in school. But I do speak Spanish with my mom, and you don't know it. But the other day, I told my daughter, "Ve tráeme la bolsa," and she just took off. I said, "Ooh, she understood."
Yeah, exactly.
She might not speak it, but she understands.
Yeah, they understand, and that's really how I picked it up as well. Because my mom would speak Spanish with my grandparents and stuff. She would talk to me in Spanish, but you pick it up. You're like you said, little sponges.
Right.
But thank God for music because that keeps them in the loop and still with the love of learning and developing and improving their Spanish.
Yeah, and you're taking that to the next level where you actually cater to kids with disabilities.
Right.
So that's even a bigger struggle, and it is a big challenge.
Right.
I'm sure. I mean, it's already a challenge with kids without disabilities, and taking on that's very admirable.
But I think non-traditional ways of teaching disabilities, children with disabilities, it's fascinating, like Lorenzo's Oil, the things that they did in that movie.
Amazing.
Or even now I know that they work with horses, like autistic children. I think that's amazing as well.
Yes.
I think that they get a lot of results.
It's called hippotherapy, and that helps them maintain their torso and their balance, and that helps them coordinate. Oh, wow. There's all sorts of ways to help children in that respect for physical therapy.
That's
amazing.
That's amazing.
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 That is super. Maybe I can get a horse to help me with that, with balancing my.
She needs a little help. Anybody got a horse out there? Okay, guys, it's time to take a break. Roger, you're going to stick with us, right? You're going to stay with us. We're going to put you in the hot seat because when we come back, we're going to do the man talk, and you've got 4 Latinas right here with a lot of estrogen kicking in.
Are you sure you want to stick around for this one?
Bueno, all I can say is suerte y al toro.
We'll be right back, guys. Stay tuned.